Okay, so we have a new project here at the cave. It is a 2010 KXF 250. Now I got this from another friend of mine, done a little trade for a metal detector to get this. So shout out to Davey McGee. This was his bike. It's not been running in 2 years. Says the valves need shimmed and there's some things wrong with the carburetor, which these carbs are not cheap, so it's a FCR carburetor. And yeah, let's get it into the operating theatre and get it apart. Right guys, I'm going to start by saying I've never had a 4-stroke like this in my life. I love KXs, always had KX 252 strokes. I've had a couple of pit bikes which are 4-strokes, so I would imagine this is not too much different than pit bikes and the previous 2-strokes I've had put together. So I doubt I'll go too far wrong getting this going. Now we are going to take it to bits. Allegedly the valves need shimmed, so we'll get into them and check the valves out, see what they're saying. Get it to top dead centre. There's no stickers all over the bike, we just got to get the gunk off the front plate and the forks, and everything else looks absolutely brilliant. So yeah, we get tore into it, see what it needs. Right, so the connectors on the back of the seat are gone, so they're not connected to their bolts, so this seat's just going to slip straight off. That's a bonus. Now let's have a look in here. Filter's not too dirty, still got remnants of oil on it. Petrol tank, 1 bolt up here, take this out. This clip should just come off nice and easy. It's an 8mm that's holding the petrol tank in. Get this out. Now we should just be able to pull the petrol tank off, but remember the little hanger that keeps it held on. My pipe is cut from my fuel line, so you'll need to disconnect yours. And I always put the bolts back where they came from when I'm taking them out to start with, because I'm never too sure where they go. Right, now we move on to the subframe. Right, we're going to have to take the, where are we? We have to take the rear plastics off. Make sure you can see stuff. Right, we got the bolt from there. The other one on the back is a 10mm. Now this bolt up here on the back, this is what would have had to have been taken off to get your seat off, because there's no pins on the back of my seat. I have to get the seat off first. I'll stick these bolts back where they go. Slot that plastic off. Oh, it's like it's falling all over the place. Right, next up we're going to take off the exhaust bolt. It's a 10mm. I don't know if you can see any of this, can you? Didn't want to just pause it and leave you guessing to what you had to take out or what you didn't have to take out. Right, there's another one, can you see? It's down here. Another 10mm. And you have a 10mm, I've already slackened mine, over here on the exhaust, down here on the clamp. And we should be able to get the exhaust up and out of the way. Let's see what you can see. Right. Next up, we're going to have to get the rear subframe out, which is an Allen key. Not sure what size this is. This will help us just get into everything. And my carb's not in the bike at the moment, so if it was you, you would have to undo the collar holding it onto the carb as well. Before you'd be able to get the air box connector. So that needs to be removed first. And then we have the back off the bike. Oh, there's no room to put anything. Let's sit this down here. Set this over here, and within a couple of minutes we have gutted the bike. And now we can get in to the head to check the valves. Now we're going to need a bit more light in here before we go about that. I just hope you've seen everything that needs to be seen. So, a couple of minutes and the bike is nearly stripped down already, enough to do pretty much any major work at the top end we need to do. Excellent. Kawasaki rock. Right, go for just now. Get some other tools pulled out. We want to get into that crank cover head, engine head, what the valve train is. Right guys, I need to show you this. This is the carb. Okay, the carb is actually in good nick. It is clean. Now, I checked my fuel setting and it was 4 3/4 of a turn out, which is insane. But that would have been making it super rich, and that's for a reason, because the hot start mechanism up here was completely stripped out. There's no plunger, the plunger's gone. It's just the wire that's there. So that's what would have been making it run super lean. Now, I don't know if you can see this. See that shiny bit down in the middle there? Can't really see it. Yeah, there you go. See that? That's a drill mark. Now, it's quite common for the hot start plunger that's in here on a spring. It comes along and comes into this little tunnel here and blocks the passage from above, so that you can start your bike normally. And then for hot start, you would pull that and it would open it up, and it links to a little hole up through here in the venturi. Right, and well, that's how the hot start works. It creates a lean condition while the plunger's pulled back out of the way. So with this not even being in, that's an ultra lean condition, which probably would have caused the fuel mixture screw to be backed out to nearly 5 turns, which is just insane. So I've ordered a plunger from America, which happens to look different from every other plunger that was for sale, but it has an O-ring in the middle. So we've ordered that one. It's going to be about 2 weeks for it to get here. I did order some hose and stuck these on to freshen up. I'll get another pink kit to stick on it, because us boys love the pink. But yeah, the threads were all stripped out inside here, so I used just a little small tiny screwdriver just to scratch in between the threads, and then gave it a wash up with some Q-tips and some WD-40 to get everything out of the threads. Now, I did order a new billet aluminium tip instead of the plastic one that was here on the end of the wire. Now I have cleaned the threads up, although this will make me look like a monkey. There we go, cleaned the threads up, so it is going in there. It's a bit stiff nearer the end, but when it comes time, I'll crank that down, have that sealed in there. So bonus, I only just found out about this in a forum. I checked up and it was a major cause of an issue on these 4-strokes, so I checked that and it was pie-eyed, so that's why I ordered those parts. We're still waiting for the plunger and the spring, and then we can get it on the end of the wire and get it back into the hot start mechanism. But I've been over the carb, and the carb looks absolutely fine inside. I find nothing wrong with it whatsoever, bar the air fuel mixture screw, and possibly the revs might be too high as well. Don't know, but we'll find that out when we try getting it going. So I just wanted to show you the carburetor and what condition it is. This is a FCR carburetor. Think, I've not measured it, but it looks roughly like a 38mm, 39mm, something like that. But I think, as far as I know, these are really good carbs and really sought after carbs, so I'd rather fix it than attempt to go buying some cheap replica or whatever needed just to see if this thing will go. Now, like I said before, the last owner told me that the valves needed done. Now I went in here, checked the valves. The valves are nearly spot on. There's one that's 0.02 out of spec on the exhaust side. I don't think that would stop it from starting, but I definitely think the lean condition, the missing hot start plunger and stuff the mechanism would have been causing would have been massively bad. So we could maybe have the fix. It did have a new piston. The old piston's over here, which was fine until I moved the bike to put it away and dropped it and chipped the side of it. So that's not good, but it's alright. Last piston looks like it was in good shape, so there's plenty of compression. Now we've pulled the coil out and the spark plug, and we tested that for spark against the frame, and plenty of spark coming off of that. The only problem I can find, and another thing was, now when we're getting the kickstart and pushing the kickstart down, I can hear hissing coming. It sounds like it's coming from the top of the cover, so I might have to get some gasket sealer, because there's a rubber gasket goes around that. Might just have to put a bit of gasket sealer down and the gasket back on top of it. Just maybe been compressed over time, so we'll beef it out a bit with a bit of filler and possibly get a new one, but for testing purposes, that's all we're going to do. We've got a big breather hose line here. As far as I'm led to believe, that's meant to go in an S shape around the carb and back down through where all your other overflow pipes go. Right, there's no water in the radiators, no coolant, no nothing, so we are doing good for just now. I need to wait for some other parts coming in, but yeah, for the hot start mechanism was totally stripped out, so a little small screwdriver cleaned out the threads, a Q-tip and some oil, and now the new billet aluminium piece fits in there lovely jubbly. So we'll get that taken care of. And this bike, yeah, this bike looks absolutely wicked everywhere. We're going to have the throttle taken care of because the tube is gone, so we'll need to replace the tube. It's got brand new grip on the other side, and we have the other grip to match it, so all we need is a throttle tube. Probably pick one up for about $5. Might even go for the metal version with the bearing in the end, possibly, I don't know, because no doubt I'll get wraparound hand guards, and that would just interfere with it. So yeah, not too bad. Getting a bit of progress, finding some stuff out. And yeah, the valves, as far as the valves needing shimmed, yeah, they seem to be sitting fine just now. The timing seems correct. I've got another lever here because The clutch lever over here is all bent, so we have a replacement to turn that back to normal. We'll give that a bash. Yeah, for just now it's just diagnosing this. Spark is good, air filter's good, so spark, air and fuel. Fuel will be no problem. We've got some fuel line coming, need to get a filter, that'll be that taken care of. Compression seems fine to me, it's strong. So wait for the next parts to come in and I will see you guys then. And we will turn this KXF 250 into a nice little machine. Get a wicked sticker kit for it, something vibrant, something standy out-ish. But yeah, catch you on the next one, guys. And yeah, if you can chime in if you have a KX250F and you know some things about them that I might need to know, by all means chime in down below. Send a comment. I need as much feedback as possible. Any help, any tricks, any tips, much appreciated. So, see you on the next one, guys.